Good evening and welcome inside Regency Furniture Stadium as we prepare for Game 2 in this three-game series between your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs and the Liberty Division leading Somerset Patriots coming to town for the three-game series. The Patriots victorious last night, 7-1 the final score in that one. They were led by a big 5-run fifth inning that gave them a comfortable 7-0 lead at the time. Blue Crabs scratched one across in the bottom of the seventh, and now we'll look to bounce back here tonight. Brandon Belanda here alongside Andrew Banstra. Andrew, what's the big key in tonight's game to keep the Blue Crabs from falling 0-2 in this series and try to give them a chance to win it tomorrow night?
Well, their starting pitching has been a little bit of a struggle of late. Got a new pitcher tonight. I'll let you introduce him once the time comes, but he's an exciting new arm to have in a Blue Crabs jersey. I think you rally behind him tonight in his first start as a Blue Crab, and then you got to get the bats going against a good pitcher on the other side as well.
Kyle Drabeck is the aforementioned new pitcher for the Blue Crabs. We're not expecting more than 2 or 3 innings out of Drabeck. They're going to have to get him kind of into the groove this season. He hasn't pitched much on the 2018 year. So Drabeck's expected to go 2 or 3 innings and then turn it over to a couple of the long relievers that Southern Maryland has in the pen. But going to get his feet wet tonight, get the start, and see how deep he can go. Try to get about 9 outs out of him, and ideally keep the game scoreless from Somerset to get things rolling. But Kyle Drabeck, the former big leaguer, stands on the rubber. He's thrown his final warm-up pitch as Mike Francoso, the center fielder, heads into the batter's box to get things underway here tonight. Francoso batted 8th last night. He moves up to the leadoff spot today with Craig Massey out of the lineup. And Drabeck's first pitch as a member of the Blue Crabs, a fastball misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Kyle Drabeck, 6'2", 205 pounds, out of Victoria, Texas. The 30-year-old made his Atlantic League debut with the Sugarland Skeeters last year as he misses low, 2-0. Pitched in just 6 games for Sugarland last year, went 1-3 in those 6 starts. Hopes to get off to a little bit better start here with Southern Maryland.
You mentioned he played in the MLB for some time as the strike crosses. He had some very impressive numbers. He had an 8-15 record, a 5.26 ERA, and a pretty solid career in 6 seasons in the MLB.
Ground ball to second. Angelise Nina will field it there and flip on to first for out number 1. And now we'll run through the rest of this potent Somerset lineup. Left fielder Ramon Flores will head to the box now. Alfredo Rodriguez, the shortstop, bats third. First baseman Jermaine Curtis bats in the cleanup spot. Third baseman Matt Oberstay bats 5th. Indy Chavez, the designated hitter, follows him. Right fielder Justin Trapp bats 7th. Scott Kelly, the second baseman, 8th. And rounding out the lineup is the catcher, former Blue Crab Mike Blank, who will make his Patriots debut tonight as Drabeck gets across a 2-seam fastball for a called strike. 0-1 goes the count on Flores. Working quickly is Drabeck as the second pitch is a high fly ball to deep right center field. Corey Vaughn and Teodoro Martinez come together, and Vaughn will make the catch. 2 up, 2 down. Defensive alignment behind Drabeck. Ryan Strasburger is in left field. Corey Vaughn is in center. Teodoro Martinez is in right field. The infield left to right. Frank Martinez at third. Edwin Garcia at shortstop. Angelise Nina at second base. Devin Rodriguez at first. And Craig Maddox is behind the plate doing the catching. Umpiring crew tonight, same as last night, just the normal rotation. So Mike Williams behind the plate. Chris Ingstrand, the home plate umpire in the series opener, moves down to third base. And at first base is Frank Urilli. Drabeck missed inside with a fastball, so 1-0 goes the count on the All-Star Game MVP, Alfredo Rodriguez. And Drabeck tugs the fastball low here, 2-0. The right-hander features 5 pitches, 4-seam fastball, 2-seam fastball, a cut fastball, a changeup, and a curveball.
Rodriguez batting .289 on the year. His career high in terms of batting average is .287, so he's doing a pretty good job squaring up the ball this year.
He's in a hitter's count here, 3-0, expecting him to take all the way here as Drabeck out of the windup, kicks and delivers, tugs this one on the outside corner, a generous outside corner, as Rodriguez had already tossed the bat away and was about 10 feet up the first baseline when home plate umpire Mike Williams signaled the strike. That one looked a bit outside, but 3-1 we go nonetheless.
Every once in a while you see an umpire get a little bit angry with a call when somebody runs down before the call comes.
This one a no-doubter as it bounces off of home plate on its way in, and Rodriguez is aboard with a 5-pitch walk. So nonetheless, Alfredo Rodriguez heads down to first with a 2-out walk, and that'll get the cleanup hitter Jermaine Curtis up to the plate here in the inning. Curtis was 2 for 5 in last night's game, a double and a single. He was stranded in both of those innings, though. So Drabek to the stretch for the first time. Comes set at his belt. Now kicks in, delivers. No balls and 1 strike as that one catches the inside corner.
Curtis is .208. That's his batting average in 9 games on the season. He's 4 for 10 against the Blue Crabs, though. So a lot of newer guys in their lineup with a couple of retiring players. 3 of their first 5 batters in the lineup. And with a pick over to first that comes back safe, 3 of their first 5 batters in their lineup have played 10 or less games on the season.
Curtis Oberstay, who awaits on deck, and Ramon Flores, who flew out to center, the 3 you were mentioning. Drabek sets now at the belt, 0-1. This one misses low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike we go. Drabek, part of a stacked first round of the 2006 MLB draft. He was the first-round pick of the Philadelphia Phillies that year, 18th overall out of Woodlands High School in Woodlands, Texas. 1-1 on the outside corner, and a 1-2 count now to Jermaine Curtis as Drabek looks to get out of this first inning. You always want to start your first game with a new team with at least a scoreless first. Ideally, you want to go scoreless through your entire night when you're making a team debut, but you'll take the scoreless first if that's all you get, as Drabek misses low and away here, 2-2. A good way to get your feet wet and get warmed up, ready to go here, as the Blue Crabs are going to need, like you said, they've struggled with the starting pitching. They're going to need him to step in and contribute pretty much right away, as they have to win this second half in the Freedom Division to get a playoff spot.
You're exactly right, and tonight is where that starts if you're the Blue Crabs.
Hot shot towards third. Frank Martinez down to a knee will make the play, and that will retire the side here in the first. Drabek walks 1 batter, but works a scoreless inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Blue Crabs will look to get on the board first with Ryan Strasburger leading it off on the other side of the break. We'll be back on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Sam Runyon, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Fans, join the Blue Crabs on Saturday night, August 18th, as we celebrate Southern Maryland's rich spiritual and religious community with Faith and Family Night. All night long, we will feature performances, prayer, and presentation from area religious and spiritual leaders, as well as post-game fireworks spectacular. Your minister, band, choir, or congregation can even participate. To be part of the festivities or to purchase tickets, please contact Group Sales at 301-638-9788 or visit somdbluecrabs.com.
Ladies, this is Corey Vaughn. Be sure to join us at the ballpark every Wednesday night for Wind Up Wednesday presented by Cove Point Winery. On select Wednesday nights throughout the year, ladies get in for just $5. You can also enjoy free wine samples from Cove Point as well as free services from Therapeutic Massage and Wellness. For more information and the available dates, please visit us online at somdbluecrabs.com or call us at 301-638-9788.
Ryan Strasburger, the first batter to hit here in the inning for the Blue Crabs, as Kyle Davies gets to work with a fastball that misses low and away. 1 ball and no strikes goes the count on the Blue Crabs leadoff hitter, who was 1 for 3 in last night's game. Davies, a hard-throwing veteran right-hander, 6'1", 210 pounds, out of Decatur, Georgia. Strasburger with one that just hits off of the plate and stays in fair territory. The catcher, Mike Blank, will pick it up and flip on down to first for out number 1. Rest of the Blue Crabs lineup, Edwin Garcia and Teodoro Martinez stay the same. They bat in the number 2 and number 3 spot. First baseman Devin Rodriguez bats cleanup with John Griffin out of the lineup. Frank Martinez stays in the number 5 spot. Angelo Sonko re-enters the lineup, designated hitter, batting 6th. Corey Vaughn will bat 7th. Craig Maddox will bat 8th and catch. And Angelis Nina, the second baseman, will round out the lineup as Garcia takes first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Kyle Davies works out of the windup. He steps back, now rocks towards the plate and delivers a breaking ball for a called strike. 0-2 goes the count.
Garcia and Teodoro Martinez, guys that are both very hard to strike out. They both like showing bunt at the start of their counts. It's something they've shown us all year long. I think it's just to try to get a better view at the first pitch.
Breaking ball here. Garcia checks his swing but went around, and he is down on strikes here. 2 down now in the inning as Davies gets his first strikeout of the night, and that will bring up the aforementioned Teodoro Martinez. See what Teodoro can do to try to extend what's been a very quick inning to this point. Just 5 pitches for Davies.
Davies has been very solid in his last few starts. His last start that he threw was 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits. In his last start against Southern Maryland, he went 5 2/3, 3 hits allowed and no runs.
The right-hander's 3-3 with a 2.96 ERA on the season as Teodoro sends one out of play to the right side. The count will go to no balls and 1 strike on the Blue Crabs right fielder. This is the 11th start of the season for the former big leaguer, so a matchup of former MLB pitchers here.
It's exciting stuff to see, and it really shows you it might be a pitching duel this evening.
Martinez with a line drive back up the middle. That's going to get down in center field. And Teodoro Martinez is aboard with a single. That'll bring in Devin Rodriguez for his first at-bat of the night.
Of course, right when I say it's going to be a pitching duel, you see a lined shot off the bat of Teo. Great piece of hitting. It was right down the middle. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just kept his hands right through it and put it right back where it was pitched.
Teodoro Martinez is 5th in the league in stolen base percentage this year. So see if he is potentially on the move as he leads the team with 11 stolen bases in 13 attempts. And he's off on the first pitch. Misses low, and the throw down nowhere near in time as Martinez slides in safely and make it 12 stolen bases now on the season for Teodoro Martinez. 1 ball and no strikes. The count on Rodriguez as that one missed low and away.
An underappreciated art that was just performed by Teo. It was a bad throw off to the second base side. Teo slides in on the inner half of the baseline to avoid the tag. It's something that the MLB has started doing more and more, and Teo adopting it here.
Called strike here will even things up at 1-1 to Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, he's had an up and down season. He was above 300 for the better majority of the first half, but ever since he's had a little bit of struggles, but see if he can pick it up here.
He's got an RBI chance with the speed of Martinez as he swings and pops one out of play the other way. 1-2, excuse me, we go.
Just hitting 175 over his last 10, 270 on the year. But he is hitting 305 against right-handed pitchers. That's a lot of numbers, but if you add them all up, it does come into Rodriguez's favor. And a big gap in left center. See if he might exploit that.
Coming set now for the 1-2 is Davies, staring down Teodoro Martinez, who's dancing off the second base bag. Now comes inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes goes the count.
And Rodriguez, although the average hasn't been there as much of late, the RBIs have started to pick up. He's got 21 on the year. That's right around the upper echelon in terms of RBIs on this team.
He's got a chance to drive somebody in here if he can find the outfield grass with at least a single. Maybe find one of the alleys for a patented double for Devin Rodriguez. 2-2 upcoming. Davies kicks and delivers. That one misses inside as Blank down to a knee will make the stop. 3-2 we go.
You mentioned Davies, just 5 pitches through the first 2 batters. Really working that count. We know how good Davies has been, so you don't want to allow him to get through a quick first inning. Set the bar and let him know he's going to have to work.
So the payoff pitch upcoming as the right-hander comes set and delivers. Rodriguez a little bit out in front of a changeup. Will foul it off back over the netting, but stays alive in the at-bat. That one up off the roof and now has just come down as the fans kept an eye on that, and somebody just got a souvenir out of it. Frank Martinez awaits on deck, hoping for his opportunity here in the inning. If Rodriguez can extend it, line drive up the middle and right at the shifted Alfredo Rodriguez, who will make the catch, and that will retire the side here in the first. A 2-out single and a stolen base, but that's all the Blue Crabs have to show for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base, and we're scoreless through 1 as we head to the second. When we come back, Matt Oberste will lead things off on the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Hey, this is Brandon Compton, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Pet lovers, kick off the Labor Day holiday right and join the Blue Crabs on Sunday night, September 2nd for our final Bark in the Park night of the season. The game has a special start time of 6:35, and the first fans through the gates receive Blue Crabs dog collars brought to you by 98.7 WMZQ. Call 301-638-9788 or visit somdbluecrabs.com for more information.
General Manager of your Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and you're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network.
Kyle Drabeck back to work here as we head to the top of the second. Matt Ober. Drabeck out of the windup. First pitch fastball. Bounces low and away. 1-0 goes the count. Drabeck has big league time of his own. We mentioned 18th overall draft pick of the Philadelphia Phillies. He quickly rose the Baseball America prospects list as Oberste sends one foul the other way. Drabeck made his first top 100 prospect list in 2007 after just one professional season. He was ranked 99th by Baseball Prospectus. 2009 he was ranked 92nd, and then in 2010 Baseball America had him 25th. Prospectus had him 16th. 2011 he was ranked 29th, and 14 in prospectus. He was named a midseason All-Star in 2007 and 2009 in the Phillies organization, and in 2009 he was named to Team USA as a member of the Futures game that we just saw as part of All-Star Weekend.
The hype was there for Kyle Drabeck. I mean, he was one of the most coveted prospects in that draft. He did fall a little bit in the draft, even though he was hit 18th, as he'll walk the batter over State. But he ended up with a very promising draft prospect. He threw 97 out of high school and had a 12-0 record with a 1.2 ERA as a senior in high school. But after a couple of Tommy John surgeries, that's about all he had in the pros.
I had the opportunity to actually watch Kyle Drabeck when he was in high school. Being from Fort Myers, Florida, that's one of the big hubs for, like we talked about, travel baseball. And Perfect Game had a World Wood Bat Showcase as Drabeck kicks and delivers a strike on the outside corner to Indy Chavez. And in that World Wood Bat Showcase, the Houston Heat put a team in it. That's the organization that Drabeck played for. The coaches of that team were Roger Clemens, whose son Kobe was the catcher on the team, and Doug Drabeck, father of both Kyle and Justin Drabeck. As a line drive towards left center field is going to get down. Strasburger struggles with it a little bit, but able to recover and hold Oberstay at second. Andy Chavez is aboard with his fourth hit in the series, a no-out single. So first and second, nobody out for Justin Trapp. But the Houston Heat sent a team that included both Drabeck, Kobe Clemens, Kyle's brother Justin Drabeck, and somebody you might have heard of, outfielder Jay Bruce was one of the headliners on that team. Another former big leaguer and actually my neighbor for a little bit of time, Ryan Lawless, was on that team as well. And the Houston Heat ended up winning that World Wood Bat Showcase. Kyle Drabeck was the closer in the final game.
Huh. Small world. You know, how it's weird how things work out and kind of come back in full circle.
You want to talk about a good coaching staff, though. You've got Roger Clemens, and Kyle's dad, Doug, was no slouch either, as Kyle comes set for the first pitch to Justin Trapp. Now kicks and delivers. That's going to get away from Craig Maddox.